How's everybody doing? This is Kyle here from KyleKraft. Welcome. In this one, I'm showing you a villager hotel meant to be built right inside a village for you to live in as a survival base, by yourself, with friends, or even with the villagers. That's right, it functions as a building that villagers will use. So it's an awesome, fun, and useful project to do. Now, I'm going to show you how to build one for your own village. So let's get to it, okay? First things first, you got to clear some space, okay? The villager hotel, obviously, you can scale it to whatever place and village you want to do. My inspiration straight away, I'll tell you, was just your classic like Holiday Inn or whatever hotel kind of chain that you would casually stay in. Just one of those generic hotels, and so that's why you see mine is structured symmetrical and just kind of in a basic format within a decent but not too large amount of space. Okay, so that was my building idea and strategy straight ahead. And now what I'm showing you on screen right now is actually the building design process that I went through as I built it. And that's what I want to talk about right here, right now, so that you can build your own and you can have fun with the project yourself. What I was doing was I was lining up pillars to build a little bit of depth into the actual shape of the building into three kind of separate faces. Okay, so we have our front wall, we have a separate wall that juts back, and then a third one that juts out from the sides. And so that was kind of the whole design idea and concept behind my own. And so you'll see I put in pillars that are all lining up, okay? That's the key. And then you'll see right now I'm putting in stone to line up kind of the second floors and the additional heights that I wanted to put in. I put in a little reception desk and some stairs to kind of get the shape of what I wanted to do. Now right here is pretty cool. I tested the villager path. This is when and how we know that villagers will actually use this, and we test it at even higher heights later on in the video. But right here you can see the key to this kind of building design is to keep it symmetrical and then use those lines to your advantage. Okay, so I used the stripped oak. I lined those pillars on the interior. I used a little bit of world edit here just to speed up the process because it was a big build. Completed more of the reception desk just to kind of get the shape in mind, and then continued on with the building of the exterior and different designs. Now I went with all oak planks on the interior. It's like basically all oak within this entire build, and that's because I want to keep it so simple that you can build it in survival Minecraft super easily. That's always my goal, because I'm not trying to get a ton of different different types of wood or whatever it might be, so I always try to stick with one or two different wood types, and this one we managed to do with just the oak wood itself. So as you see right there, I built some floors up, and we came to this backside to check out the back wall that I'm going to put in. I'm going to put in a balcony porch area that looks pretty cool itself. Funny thing too is that the villagers actually jump across this and walk into the other building because there's a villager profession. But so I went with trapdoors for the edges, and then I tested right here with oak on the side walls. And you'll see I have it on the front here as well, but you'll notice in the end we actually switch it up. Here's the pathfinding to the third floor for those villagers. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome to see. And it's like the most exciting part about this actual project. But now we back out and we take a look at what I was doing for the actual survival base elements of this build. Okay, there we go. We just switched it back to stripped planks, or stripped oak. Stripped oak logs for the exterior, and that's so that the focus was on the shape rather than on the textures of the build. If we had those regular oak logs right there, you wouldn't notice the depth kind of jutting out as much. So that's why we went with stripped oak, and then stripped oak, and then oak logs. So I just wanted to touch on that right there. Right here, I'm just doing some testing of shaping, that kind of thing, different heights, and then different blocks to kind of get the, just the idea of the build out front. I tried the, whatever those are called, banners. Got it. See how it looked, but didn't really like it. And then we also wanted to make sure we had a little bit of drop down in depth and the height of the roof for the actual the height of the sides, and so that's what we just did right there. Right here we're coming to the side section. This comes back to that generic hotel idea that I had mentioned in the beginning, where we were just going for a symmetrical and very basic looking building, and that's what we did with the simple glass and just reflecting that throughout every wall on this entire project. And so we're doing this on the same right side over there that we just did on the left, and we'll do the same thing on the back when we get to those walls in just a minute. The sides are same concept. It's just the matching up the pillars as we're doing right here, and then we'll match up the actual pillars for the right across for the level of the floor. So that's key. We have the stripped oak logs coming across. Those match with the height of the floor level that we have set in. So that's why we get all these kind of structuring and design there. That's why that's what I did as I went through the design of this project. Was I made sure the focus was on the actual leveling of the floors, the heights, and the pillars to make sure everything lined up and connected into itself. Now this side we don't have another nether portal, so we just tried to customize design, and I actually came up with the little bit of trapdoors with the oak and the stone separating them that I like, that I went ahead and did on the other side. The rain came in, you know I hate the rain. But then right here we're just reflecting that same wall pattern onto the right side, left side, backside, every side, so that it's all in that generic basic design. And so that's what you'll see, and it also keeps the project simple for you so that it's a lot easier to do in your survival kind of design. If you like those kind of basic but awesome projects, that's what I like to do. I'm not that much of a super detailer type of person. I like to keep it, I don't know, kind of basic but looking sharp. Simplistic is the word. But so yeah, that's the exterior of the hotel. Hopefully you like it. Let's take a look at the interior, because that's just as cool. So here we go. As you can see, we are outside the survival hotel, just chilling and ready to walk inside. It's got your basic design. Look at the villagers hanging out. But as we walk inside, here's the reception. We wanted to make sure we had some green planted throughout the oak, since it's a lot of oak throughout. Use glowstone, but mostly torches. I decided to add in glowstone in the very ends just to get some chandelier type looks going on throughout the build. Left side, we got your bedroom. Okay, just a little simple bedroom, because first floor, if you're out in your survival world, normally I like to have the bed easy access right there. So that's what we did. We did an enchanting table on this side, and this is the cool part that I should just kind of mention about the interior, is the actual structure itself, right? So we have the stairs right there. We have another set of stairs behind me above that go to the second floor areas, and then we have the third floor. If I fly up just like this, zoop, with our nether portal right here, and the two other additional rooms that you can just kind of build. There's just extra space for whatever project you want to do. As we zoom in way too close to my face here, but I fly back down, you can see that was the stairways up. It's just a simple run into the nether portal, and it's pretty cool exit from your nether portal if you're coming from the nether into your base, just to have this area. And so it's a very functional, a very cool design, and it's got all the needs as we were just diving into. Here's a storage room that I just kind of simply did over here. You can expand those as you want, but on the other side I also just kind of did a multi-purpose room that has your smelting for all your furnace smelting needs out there. And yeah, it really just covers all the needs that you have in survival, including that diamond mine shaft right here that you can put in. And so yeah, that's the interior kind of structure. And now what I want to show you is what you can do with like a room up here. As you can see, I didn't even dive into these rooms because we didn't necessarily need them, but this is where you can bring in the villagers to live with you. So for example, if we grab a villager right here, and then I'm gonna grab beds right here, I'm gonna take out these two beds just so that there's no villagers pathfinding onto them automatically. Let's set the time to 1500, so it's nighttime. And now straight away you're gonna see I actually have one villager that'll pathfind onto this. Should be a blacksmith. He'll probably come up here soon. He'll come up the stairs and go into that bed. But we're gonna place another bed up here and watch the villager lock on and come up to bed just as he would. So once the villager's in here, he doesn't have a bed. He's a new guy. He'll kind of figure out where he is, and then boom, locks onto the stairs. Walking on up. All the way up, sees a little bed, shuts the door. Oh, decides he's not ready for sleep quite yet, but now he's ready. and uses the bed. So just like that, you got villagers living with you, which is just so awesome. I thought that was a cool part of design, because not just you living in this multi-level hotel building, but you got the villagers using and functioning within it as well. So hopefully you like this project. If you do go ahead and build it, make sure to send me pictures on Twitter. I would love to see it. And yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for coming.